Good morning, guys. First morning in the holiday apartment, and I had the car on charge overnight, and I covered the EVSE and my meter with this plastic here just in case we got some rain. I'm going to check this morning. 9.7 kilowatt hours pumped into the car. Okay, so fair to say the battery is pretty healthy, I would say, because otherwise it wouldn't take 9.7 kilowatt hours. So that's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to park the car somewhere else. When we sit over there, we can't actually see the ocean because it's blocked by the car. We're always looking at the car all the time. So this morning we're going for a walk and exploring the area around our apartment, and this is my new outfit. I will tell you a little bit more about our trip yesterday when we get back, and of course my wife is taking photos right after the beginning. Unplugged EV. Awesome. Hi guys, have a look at this amazing beach here. It is unbelievable. And this one is not accessible via four-wheel drive, but the next one will be, which is a 10-kilometer stretch of pure sand. This sand is fairly firm here, so there should be no problem to drive on this sand here. A little bit further this way, it's far more soft, so I'm not sure. Do you like my Explorer outfit? I hope you don't mind, I'm sharing a little bit of private stuff here as well on this channel. It's just too amazing. I mean, look at this beach. Nobody else here apart from my wife. Nobody else. Unbelievable. So we did some beach driving before, 2 years ago or so. It was the first time I had the PHEV on the beach. The experience wasn't that great, to be honest, because I've never done this before, and I've forgotten to turn off the what is it called? AWS super all-wheel. Now the all-wheel drive control, yeah, you turn it off. Then apparently the car is much better on sand, because otherwise it will prevent the wheels from spinning, which you don't want on sand. You want to keep the moment going and keep the car in motion. So the engine was really revving up a lot, and the car didn't move at all. So we deflated the tires really flat and got off the beach just. Yeah, that was a little bit of a scary experience actually. Yeah, but some work colleagues, they told me how to do it properly, and yeah, I should have turned off this all-wheel drive control, all-wheel AW super all-wheel drive Mitsubishi's stuff there. You can turn it off. There's a button on the cockpit. Some irresponsible people have brought their recliner here. That's rubbish. What better place can you actually find to talk about electric vehicles? Hi guys. So I need to record this again. I just was editing the next video and realized I somehow turned off the microphone when I did the review and recap last Monday. And yeah, so all the footage I've done under the tree of knowledge is completely without sound. This one works now. Yeah, what I was talking about is I just did a little recap about the public charging situation here in Australia, which I captured in the video for the preparation of the journey, and actually during the journey as well. And you could see what kind of problems we actually had. So the first one was very unfortunate, with one charging spot completely iced, and the next one was blocked off with this construction cage fencing. And yeah, so luckily we could reach the charger and could charge the car. And the interesting part was that the car actually charged with only 3.4 kilowatt, which is the maximum of the internal charger. Yeah, even the charge point can supply 6.6, I think. Yeah, I think they are 6.6 kilowatt. So that's the maximum they can supply to the car. But the internal charger of the PHEV can only manage 3.5 kilowatts max. And so luckily you can actually retract the cable of the charging station, and I was able to charge the PHEV not even parking in an EV spot. So luckily we could get this done, and yeah, charged about 3.5 kilowatt hours during that time, so that was good. And the next one at the Knockrow supercharger was weird. I had never had this before. I'm using the ChargePoint app and the ChargePoint chargers a lot actually, and this one was not working at the beginning. So I swiped the card and it said, "Your card is authorized, please pick up port number 1." And I tried and pressed the button on the plug, and it didn't release. I said, "Oh, that's weird." And I tried the second one, it didn't release. And then I swiped again and it says, "Yeah, your card is authorized, start charging." And it didn't. So yeah, I pressed really hard on this plug and it just didn't work. So I went inside and talked to the manager over there, and he said, "Oh, look, this is nothing we can do about. This is ChargePoint. You need to call the number on the charging stations, on the charging station, and talk to their service hotline." And then he said, "Oh, I'll just come with you and have a look to see what's going on." And yeah, we swiped a couple of times then, because it did the same again, and we swiped a couple of times, and all of a sudden you could hear this click sound inside, and the charging station released both plugs at the same time. So yeah, and then everything worked fine, and we could charge the 3.7 kilowatt hours during this hour. So that was good as well. And very interesting for me to see the Tesla supercharger for the very first time. I've seen them on videos, of course, on YouTube and photos and articles and everything, but to see them in person, to meet them in person for the very first time, that was very impressive. And there were actually 2 Teslas there charging. They were just charging for really 15-20 minutes, and then they took off again. And this is probably everything you need. If you get a 120 kilowatt charge into your car, I mean, this is about 430 kilometers per hour, That's insane. To compare this with the PHEV, we probably get about 17 kilometers per hour. That's the max it can do with the Type 2 J1772 charge port. Of course, the CHAdeMO quick charger is faster, but we don't have this here in Australia, unless not in the 2014, 15 and 16 models. So that was very interesting to see for me how good such a Tesla supercharger looks like. And of course, because now is Thursday, but this video is from Monday, so this is like a recap now. Yeah, that's a recap. So I've done more videos during our holiday. I just haven't got time to edit them, so they will come as we speak. And I've got heaps and heaps of more content coming as well. I've seen in the PHEV forum there are a couple of questions about what's the best B setting for driving on highways, driving in general. How does B regen work in the PHEV, things like this. So I will do a comprehensive review video for the B settings and different driving conditions after our holiday. So this will be like a driving school with Andy video or something. Yeah, so I'll show you the different driving modes of the car in regards to the B settings, and what I think is the best and yeah, most efficient driving with a car. And we will also investigate and explore the different settings in the car. So what's the best setting in regards to the charge and save button? Yeah, what should you use on a highway? What should you use inside the city? And yeah, we explore these two functions as well and see which one is more efficient in different driving situations. So guys, there's more stuff coming, more tutorials, more driving school with Andy. That's actually a good title, driving school with Andy. And I also have requests to show a little bit more of the dogs and the ponies as well. So I'm happy to do this as well. So this won't be a full episode, of course, but I will put them in here and there a little bit as they fit, and then we go from there. Oh, it's a plover coming and he's not happy. So, and as you can see, we are still in Miniwater, New South Wales. Look at this view. We had some awesome beach walks the last couple of days, and I will show you a snippet here and there of the whole holiday situation as well. It is just spectacular. Alright, okay, so this was my recap with sound. So that was a little bit unfortunate the other day, but that's fine. That's just how it is. Nothing you can do if you press the wrong button and it doesn't record your audio. Well, just do it again. Okay guys, I'm just on my way back from the little park down here. So this public charging situation here in Australia, this happened the first time to me actually, that one was completely blocked or not really accessible, and the other one didn't release the plug. I had never had this before, and I've charged on both locations before without any problems. And even in Brisbane City, when we used the public charging system over there, I never had a problem at all. So this is not a normal situation what we had this afternoon. That was really an exception, hopefully. Thanks for watching, guys, and we see us in the next video. Stay charged.